And Vanderbilt in what was an outright thriller of a game. Man, we talked about this in the preview of this game this week. Texas fans, don't sleep on Vandy. Don't sleep on Vandy. And I'm not saying you did or you didn't, but man, what a hell of a game. Look, when I look at this game and I look at both teams, let's start with Texas. Texas's ability to stay on the field on third down ultimately won them this football game. When I look at and getting Vandy off the field on third down was what won you the football game. Vanderbilt was 3 of 12 on third downs. You held them to that. What Vandy wants to do is get in third and manageable, third and short, and run triple option principles and run some triple options to maintain and stay in front of the sticks. You did not allow them periodically throughout the game. You didn't allow them to do that. The first half, you certainly didn't allow them to do that when you're up 21-10 going in at half. But even though I thought Quinn Ewers had another, I don't want to say it was a bad game, but an okay game. Those 2 interceptions were bad. His ability on third down kept this game alive and kept you alive, and what I think ultimately won you the football game. Another thing, too, I love that Texas tried to continue to stay with the running game here, but, man, it just wasn't working in a lot of different areas. You know, look, you didn't have somebody that was over 5 yards a carry. Quinn Ewers' stats of the 5 carries for negative 20 yards. He got hit a lot. It is what it is. But I still think that on a team like Vandy, with the O-line that you have, you should be able to line up and run the ball for 5 yards a carry. All credit to Vandy, man. All credit to Vandy. They were tough in situational run defense. You know, the 3 conversions or the two out of the 3 conversions on third down that you didn't get was Vandy stuffing a run play. So, look, it's a tough win, a tough environment. You went into a place like that Bama couldn't go into and win, ironically, and you were able to prevail. You were able to overcome the adversity on the road in the SEC, which, guys, Vandy's not a bad football team. They were a ranked football team for a reason. Whether people want to like it or not, they were ranked for a reason. And they're a tough out, and they're a tough team. But you're able to come away with the victory. You ran for 3.3 yards per carry. I thought DeAndre Moore had a special game too. 97 yards receiving, 6 catches and 2 touchdowns. He had that one for 31 that was awesome. He was a game changer, an outright game changer. You know, Matthew Golden had the touchdown to start off the scoring. But, look, I just feel like for Texas, you're either clicking on all cylinders or you're just looking very sluggish. There's no in between. Like, you're not sustaining drives and then have to punt. You're either having turnovers by Ewers or you're going down and scoring. And that just cannot happen. It cannot happen if you want to be where you want to be at the end of the year. You know, you start off the game with an interception. I know the pass got tipped on the RPO, but that's happened to Quinn Ewers a lot here. So Vandy comes right around and scores. You were able to respond, and Quinn Ewers did not have a bad drive. He hit Windsor. I know that was a loss for 6, but Helm, hit him for 14. Windsor goes for 18. Moore to get the thing starting on a big 3rd and 7. Was able to go for 31. Ewers completed a pass to Moore again for 3 yards and a first down. Then you had the Matthew Golden touchdown. It felt like every time that you needed a big play, you went to 0. And you did. So you tie the game up. You get a touchdown. You're up 14-7. You get an interception on Diego Pavia. And then you got a punt. See, those are the things that I'm talking about. Like, your defense gets you a stop. And when you get that stop, you got to be able to respond and go down and get points to start expanding football games. I thought that was the big problem that you had a week ago against Georgia When the defense got you good stops and turnovers, you're not able to line up and respond to that. And it completely and 100% manifested itself yet again against Vanderbilt. But look, second half, you just continue to allow Vandy to hang around in and of itself too. To start off, the second interception by Quinn Ewers, which got Vandy back into the game. Jaden Blue, a run for 4. Quinn Ewers had a pass for 7 to Bolden, and then he got intercepted by Capers. I mean, I get the ball's batted up again, and it gets picked off by D. Lyman. That is the Quinn Ewers experience. And turnovers, regardless if it's Texas or what you saw from LSU and A&M last night with Garrett Nussmeier or Connor Wigman, whoever it is, turnovers will keep teams around. But you were able to prevail. Third quarter, I thought you were really bad. It was one of the worst halves of football that I've seen, or quarters of football that I've seen Texas play. But your defense responded, man, and that's the thing. You got 2 punts, you got a turnover on downs, and then at the end of the game, you're able to get the interception to start icing this thing. So, good win, I guess, a 3-point win. But it's not missed upon me that A&M Vandy in the second half completely took it to Texas. Guys, it was a scoring differential of 14-6, and your defense came up with a big stop. So, look, you got a favorable schedule down the stretch here, and then you got A&M at the end of it. And I'm going to tell you, man, that's going to be a dogfight going into the 12th man. An outright dogfight going into College Station. So that rivalry, man, that's going to be one hell of a game. I'll say this too before moving on here. I don't know. Quinn Ewers is too erratic for me, man. He's too erratic for me. So, with that being said, I mean, I think Texas can continue to do some good things, but, man, he's just too erratic. I mean, at some point, he's got to understand that when passing lanes aren't there, not to throw it. And some of that goes on Sark, too. 100% goes on to Sark.